All right, Congresswoman Victoria Spartz was not about to let the people that want biological girls' spaces in sports to be disrupted get away with this.
And it is unfortunate that the other side tried to, really deter the conversation in a different direction and divert it, and not talking about, let's talk about how we are going to protect our women and girls. And I would appreciate if we can have video of some examples how our girls can actually get hurt. So I want us not to be enforcing, but preventing the situation like that where girls actually get hurt by males, biological males playing sports. I mean, it is really unbelievable for me that this is an issue that we cannot stand with women and girls on, because it is so hard. As I said, it makes us much tougher, maybe mentally, and a lot of us are for that reason. But let's just be honest. Boys, natural biological boys have more, have advantage, have a differently advantage against women playing sports. Let's recognize and be honest about that and not divert the conversation. So I would really appreciate us to go back to this bill and not to try to talk about issues like some of the other side are trying to do, that we can debate and deliberate. And we will debate and deliberate. But this issue protected women. Yes, I will yield.
Yeah, can you ask the proponent of the bill how that solves what you're speaking of in a global sense, as opposed to dealing with the cases as they come? We could not understand any of the film that you saw. There was no names or no designation. I saw humanity, I saw girls enjoying sports, but I couldn't understand what it was. The proponent of the bill needs to say how this bill fixes anything that you've just spoken about.
Well, this is where you saw the examples where transgender boys, transgender girls in this case, are playing, transgender athletes were playing against naturally born girls on the same teams, on opposing teams, and girls got hurt. That was an example like that. If we're going to say that we are not going to have this situation, so we will not have, the disadvantage that you have as a female playing against much stronger athlete.
Okay, so this is some context as to what you're seeing right now. That is Representative Victoria Spartz. She is speaking in support of the Protection of Women in Olympic and Amateur Sports Act. This is basically an act that is put forth by the Republican-controlled Congress to seek to protect biological women and girls from having their spaces in sports taken over by biological men that identify as women and girls. What you saw in that clip was more than one example. I believe it was about 3 to 4 examples of these horrific injuries that biological girls have been afflicted with based on having to be in sports with transgender girls. That is biological men who wish to identify as women, okay? The one who got the volleyball spike in her head, I believe that I read on Twitter that this girl has nerve damage. You saw the girl get knocked over as that large transgender girl tried to, take the basketball away and push her down on the floor. So this happens over and over and over again every single day. Go to the Twitter account of Riley Gaines, and she exposes all of this stuff. Now, it is shocking to me that this is something that has gone in that this is something that strikes down partisan lines. It is shocking to me that this is something that everybody in this country, both male, female, Republican, Democrat, left or right, can't agree with. It's shocking to me.